What are you doing?
Your son doesn't know what social distancing is.
What's up, C-Pop Universe? Welcome to Culture Pop. I'm here with the whole family, the love of my life, my ward and my wife. Christy K is at the table today.
Hey, C-Pop Universe.
Very fun. C-Pop Universe's favorite son, the Thrifty Gaming Guru, Andrew's with us today.
What's up, everybody?
God damn it. God damn it. Why?
Stop.
How we doing?
This ain't even like a skit, man. You're making me freaked out.
We're safe. We're sanitized. We got that glitter gel. We're good.
You won't stay home.
Brandon is so freaked out right now, and he's so torn because he wants to wear the gas mask thing that he has, but he can't because he can't podcast and wear the gas mask at the same time, which is just absolutely hysterical.
This is like the worst apocalypse for a hypochondriac. I'd rather it be like zombies or like,
Yeah, something you can see.
something I can deal
That
with.
would be great.
Yeah.
You
this
know,
sucks.
locusts, floods, I don't know.
I can cough on command. I'm like a lethal weapon, Just cough on people.
Lethal weapon.
This show is brought to you by Rise Wrestling, and that's Rise with a Y. And why you should check them out, they're the hottest wrestling promotion that is not running in the Pittsburgh area. Check them out at risewrestling.com. We are shut down for a little bit just to honor the social distancing thing. We don't want to ask people to put themselves in bad positions. So we're
Yeah.
just shutting it down.
Yeah.
And it'll be back when this thing's over.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did toy around with the empty arena matches and things like that. We've been toying with that. Actually, before this crap happened, we were talking about that as an idea, but I don't feel comfortable, and we all talked about it. You don't feel comfortable asking wrestlers to put themselves in that position, too. So right now, I think we're just going to chill for the month or two this is going to last, and we'll be back stronger than ever. We will rise, huh?
Nice. Nice.
But while you're waiting for us to come back, check us out on indiewrestling.us. You can check them out. Their network's $5.99 or $4. I do this every month.
Yeah.
It's around $4 or $5, $6, but it's
Something like
worth
that.
it. They got all of our shows on it. They got all other Pittsburgh wrestling shows on it. Original content. Check them out. IndieWrestling.us. Very good network.
Very good.
All right.
It's awesome.
So, here we are.
We have any fun stories from the week? What'd you guys do this week?
Well, I, got ready for the apocalypse, I guess.
It is true.
Did you?
Kinda.
Really? Because I called you like 3 times. Like, hey, you taking this a little serious? Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, you go get stuff yet? Oh, yeah, I'll go.
I got a couple things of ramen noodles, a couple grains of rice.
If everything got shut down in this
Did
this
you
weekend,
just say a couple grains of rice?
I want to see if anyone catch that.
how long could you live on your couple grains of rice?
I've already eaten some of my ramen. One of my boxes of cereal's almost gone.
Literally, we bought like some chips and some cakes and stuff, and we're like 3 days in the self-distancing, where it's called, and it's like it's all gone. We're like, oh no, there's no more snacks. And I'm like, you know what's a good time for me to get back in shape? I've been working out. So I just
Time
work
to start fasting.
So, no lie, I go to the store, and of course, one of the things we needed to buy was toilet paper. We needed it. It wasn't like an impulse buy or anything like that. We needed toilet paper. So I go into the store. It was a Dollar General. I look, the only toilet paper they had was literally a 36 count roll, rolls of toilet paper. 36. I had to wrap my arms around it to carry it out of the store. It was so freaking heavy. But the looks that I got from people as I was leaving the store, they were so mad at me for buying 36 rolls of toilet paper.
I was mad. She kept walking out with this big old thing. I'm like,
It
what are you
really
doing?
was all they had. They had nothing smaller, I swear.
How much do you think I'm going to
But-
poop this week?
They're just haters.
But driving home, your dad's like, we should put rolls up on social media and sell it for $100 a roll. That would be funny. Haha. I was like, please, I'm selling
No, I never
mine.
said that. I never said that. Shut up! God damn it! You see how one guy tried to do that and he got roped over the coals.
That is true. True story.
He bought like 70 grand worth of crap though, and
Honestly,
was
I would
funny.
never,
I bet ridiculous.
ever,
I'd give it to
ever,
people if they needed it.
I would never trade my toilet paper for cash.
What?
I would trade my toilet paper for good snacks.
Oh god. Well,
I'd trade you a little
Good
toilet paper
snacks.
for hand sanitizer.
do you have hand sanitizer?
Nope.
Because I got this. Apparently, it's not hand sanitizer. What you just told me.
I think it tells you the percentages and all that.
Good times.
All
Alcohol, 62%.
That's enough.
So,
Something
C-Pop
like that.
Universe,
68.
what would you trade your toilet paper for?
All right, we're going down a ridiculous road here.
Who wants to start a toilet paper black market?
I know, right? I would trade mine for chips and dip.
Okay.
It's my go-to
Ooh.
snack.
There's like the gummy snack things that are like yogurt covered.
Ooh,
They're Welch's, so they're already good. They're
Mhm.
cheats. I'd do that, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd give you a couple toilet papers for that.
Okay.
You guys are killing my brain.
Rolls or squares?
See, I didn't specify, so I was hoping someone would fall for it. Always conniving. I'm always trying to get a good deal here.
Fair square.
Spare square. Ooh, Richie said whiskey or ammo. Richie Hare.
Hey,
Whiskey
Rich.
for ammo?
See,
Risky.
the Clemens boys know how to quarantine.
Yeah,
We heard that the state store was shutting down. I stocked the hell up.
that's right.
I'm gonna be drunk for this apocalypse. Like, we're set there. I ain't worried about that. I'll run out of toilet paper if I run out of freaking alcohol.
Cheers.
So, cheers. All right, let's get into Pauper Bus. Pauper Bus is a segment we do about hard decisions. We're gonna tell you something we played or watched or whatever during the week. And if we pub it, we're suggesting you do all those things that we did. And if we bust it, stay away from it. Saving you time and money. No middle ground here though. So if it's make the hard decisions.
Stay away from it like the coronavirus.
All right. Jesus, Lord.
Hashtag coronavirus.
Hashtag.
God, I just hate the show so much. I could be sleeping.
I'm trying to profiteer here.
All right.
I got into Paradise PD on Netflix. Anybody
All
else
right.
check it out on the list I gave you guys this week?
Paradise
I'm pretty
PD.
sure I watched it more than everybody combined.
All right. Paradise PD is an American adult animation comedy
Definitely adult.
web television series created by Waka Ogwin and Roger Black. It premiered on August 31st, 2018. Season 2 it's on right now. I'm just starting it because I just found out about it. It follows a small town police department where crime is rampant and the police is seriously incompetent. And we can't read all. All right.
How do we start this? Did you
God.
watch any of it?
No,
I
thank
didn't.
God. She would have lasted 6
I did
minutes,
not watch
maybe.
it.
First scene of this show is raunchy. So I'm going to tell you right now.
Wait a second. Like,
First scene
I
of the
wouldn't even
show, the
call it
guy's
raunchy,
having
man.
sex with his wife. And the son.
stop.
It-
What?
It's a normal thing. That's not the raunchy part.
That's like the beginning.
He's not actually doing it. They're not showing it. He's just like,
That's-
come on, baby, let's do this thing. And then the son walks in playing with a gun because he's a cop and shoots his nuts off by accident.
And that just pretty much ruined his life. No, he shot his nuts twice.
Twice. He shot one off and then he shot the other off.
So both nuts gone.
And then the next scene, basically, there's a girl police officer who sexually harasses this fat dude. And not just sexually harasses, like she grabs his junk through his clothes, pulls on him.
All right.
I don't understand.
Hey, I got to tell him what this show's about.
I mean, it's actually pretty popular, I think.
Yes, it is.
It's like
Oh my
South Park and Family Guy
gosh.
with a little bit of SpongeBob. Did you
Yeah.
know the dad is the voice of
Yikes.
SpongeBob?
Yes, I did know that after looking it up.
We just lost half of our viewers.
No.
I think
Yes,
we
we
just
did.
I think we just doubled.
No. But seriously, it's a very raunchy comedy. But what I really like about it, it's not the raunchy stuff that I find like it's funny. It's all the issues that they just make fun of. They make fun of all the social justice issues on both sides, right? Like everything. Like the third episode, there's a black cop. He has PTSD, and he's walking around. He sees a reflection of himself. He shoots it. It deflects back and hits him, right? Somebody catches it with a cell phone, and they're like, ew, look at that cop shooting an innocent black man.
It's freaking hilarious.
It's so funny. And this cop has to play both sides of that equation because obviously he's the cop that shot himself by accident. It's so goddamn stupid, but it's funny because it makes fun of everything. Like, right? It makes fun of both sides, and it's incredibly good. They got a their drug dog. He has a drug problem, which makes it funny.
I don't know. I think I started off not liking this show.
Really?
But like every episode got better for me.
I think it tries to go a little too over the top sometimes, and some of it's not funny. You know, it's just raunchy for the sake of being raunchy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, which kind of like puts me off on it. But when you take that away, it's funny, right?
It's pretty funny.
I almost did. I didn't. I stopped. I did. It was an accident. Say language, and we'll all move on.
we need that censor. Where's the censor at?
Yeah, we get it. But it is seriously funny. Like, and I do like it's not just the black cop stereotype. It's the white redneck stereotype. It's the fat guy stereotype. It's the gay guy stereotype. It just makes fun of everything. It gives no shits about your feelings, and if you get offended easy, Not a good show for you.
Oh yeah. Oh my lord, yeah.
There's a little bit of wrestling in it. A little nod to Macho Man Randy Savage.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I like that.
Carbortion Rex. Did you watch that one?
Which one is it?
Carbortion Rex.
Which was it about?
Because
Because I watched 3, but I don't remember.
He gets a
the name.
girlfriend and
No.
Oh,
I never seen it.
that might be the 4th episode then.
Yeah.
It's like a giant robot. Don't worry about it.
No, I didn't see
There
it.
you go.
I got the Hobo Cop. That's his
Hobo
name too. Hobo Cop. Instead of Robo
Dude, you gotta watch more. I'm just saying. I'm at episode 5 right now.
Oh, I gotta get more
I'm
into
on 6, I guess.
it. I like it. I'm gonna pop it, but like this could not be your thing. So listen to the stuff we talked about. It is raunchy. It is.
You gotta have an open mind. That's all I'm saying.
You got to be able to just enjoy someone making fun of stuff and just blow it off, right? Like if you get offended, don't watch this because you won't like it.
Because there's like at least 1% of a story or some sort of moral being like told here sometimes.
Yeah, in a really screwed up way, but it's
It's
there.
very jacked up. Oh my gosh, that dog scene where all his buddies are hanging.
All right.
I can't get over that.
Next.
Can't get over that.
Yeah, it's
A lot of it's not even like actual jokes. There's no setup or punchline. It's just like, hey, look at this.
this is what's
Hey,
happening.
look what's going on. This is really wacky and messed up.
This is
Laugh.
And I actually think that's the weak part of the show. When they do that. Hey, look at this. I put a sock on his penis. That's funny. And it's like
Yeah.
that part was fun.
I'm just like, meh.
Yeah. But when
So what else did you get into this week?
but real jokes are
Dude,
funny.
we are not talking about like 99%. There's
Yeah.
so much more messed
There's a
up
lot
stuff.
to this, but we can't really talk about it without you're getting offended over the light stuff. I'm popping. What are you doing with it?
I definitely pop it, but
All right.
you gotta get through the first few episodes, I think.
See, I was hooked pretty fast.
I thought it was, I mean, it was entertaining, but then I started like liking it, I guess, a lot.
It does have the overall storyline too at the end where they tease it, like somebody shoots that dude, the drug dealer, and you're like, "Who's that?" And they never tell you. At least I haven't found it out yet.
I wasn't really, yeah, as soon as they did that, I think that's when I kind of got into it.
Yeah, I like that they just threw that little tease into a show. Like, here's something a little serious in the background.
So it's actually like a continuing story.
Yeah.
Not just like, separated
Yep.
bullcrap.
So, all right, 2 pops, but remember the
Not safe for kids, that's for sure.
Yeah, do not is not for kids.
Not at all.
All right, Christy, pick something you did.
All right. We watched Freaks on Netflix.
Freaks. That's a 2018 American-Canadian science fiction thriller film written by Zach Levinsky and Adam Stein. Hidden away by her eccentric father, a mysterious young girl uncovers frightening truths when she starts to make contact with the outside world.
Yeah.
This movie's freaky.
It is very much character driven.
Yes, there ain't a lot of
Super character driven.
I'm trying to see how I want to talk about this because, like, a lot of the fun for me was the beginning half hour where you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why would he not let her go outside? What is he doing? Like, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
it's hard to determine who the bad guys are in this
Yeah.
until they really keep you guessing what's happening. My biggest critique is this. I feel like the trailer gave too much away.
Yeah.
I felt like that. I was like, oh man, now I kind of, because even who the characters are, like, I don't know.
It definitely gave way too much away.
Yeah.
Because, like, as you go through the movie, you're like, I'm trying not to give stuff away. The things that happen are like, the movie's presenting it like that you don't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then, but you do because the stupid trailer gave all of it away, right?
exactly.
But like the movie sets up like this father, he's very eccentric. He won't let his daughter go outside. He never explains why. We never hear why. They have a weird relationship anyway. She, there's things happening with her in the attic that are strange.
yeah,
He's
that you don't necessarily understand at first.
Yeah.
And
And then there's this creepy guy with an ice cream truck that's coming by.
yeah.
And, that's all I'm going to say really. The setup is like, what's going on? But they do answer every single question.
They do.
And
And
satisfactory, in my
yes.
opinion.
I thought I'm the one that actually found this on Netflix and suggested that we watch it, and it looked really intriguing, but I'll say it lived up to expectations. Like, I would definitely pop this. I think that if you are into kind of sci-fi
Mhm.
thriller, I don't know.
It's a drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think anyone could really, I feel like could really appeal to a wide audience.
Yeah, I agree. Try not to watch the trailer. If you've seen this and you're like, oh, that might
Yeah.
sound cool, and I'm telling you it's cool because I'm going to pop it too. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the acting. I thought everyone did a great job. The only problem I really had was the protagonist, the little girl. Like, I didn't care what happened to her because I kind of didn't like her. Like, seriously, I thought she was a but That's my opinion. You know what I mean?
Well, I think her.
She is a kid going through a really weird time.
Yeah, and she's young, so I think you can forgive her because of her age.
Yeah, I can't say anything else. I'll spoil it. But things happen and I'm like, that's psycho stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's serial killer crap. I don't know. Maybe not. But I'm going to pop this.
Watch it. Watch
it's-
Freaks on Netflix.
Don't watch the trailer.
But
Just
try to
jump into
avoid
it.
the trailer.
This is the American Canadian version. There is another Freaks on Netflix I saw last night. You can't watch it yet, but it's coming. I don't know what it's about, but it's not the same thing. So don't watch the German version of this.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know. You can watch it, but it's not the one we're talking about.
Don't do it.
Andrew, what else you get into?
Well, I played Dungeons and Dragons for the first time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know if we played it right, but I think it's close enough.
There you go.
It's close enough.
That's fair.
I think I get the.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we gotta have like an imagination, I guess you could say,
Absolutely. Yeah.
because I played it. Well, it was me, someone else, and then the dungeon master.
Yeah.
They basically just create a story that you like go through.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing Skyrim as a board game.
That sounds amazing, actually.
So like if you're a dungeon master, you do have to put in some work
yeah.
to actually create like a story that's like kind of compelling.
Okay, so like I've seen this played like on TV shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dungeon master, he's coming up with that stuff. It's not something he's reading or whatever.
Well, there's like the rules of like the universe, kind of.
Okay,
I don't know how else to call it, but like there's
I know what you mean.
prices for stores. There's how everything works. Like it describes like the races and the stores and all that bullcrap. But you do have to create your own story, your own map, all that stuff.
That's
and then
crazy.
the dungeon master is like coming up with it on the spot, sort of.
I'd be terrible at this.
Whew.
I'm not-
Well, like if you don't go like with their plan, they have to hurry up and think of something like, oh, I didn't think about that. I don't think that was gonna happen because you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, that's what when I watch people play it. Like it seems like you just go anywhere. Like,
Yeah.
and then you roll dice to see what happened with that
Yeah.
decision. But like I wouldn't be able to come up with shit on the spot.
Yeah, that
That'd be
seems
hard.
really hard.
So it seems to me like the dungeon master would be like almost like an art. Like guys, there's people probably really good at it. There's people probably like me that would be like, you walked through the path and troll jumped out.
Yeah.
He wasn't a particularly good looking troll.
I mean, you pretty much have to have like the whole story mapped out,
Yeah.
Huh.
and then like other details that could come into play or not at all. Because like he created a character that he thought was gonna be in the game for like a long time, and then because we rolled a bad number, he died. So like all that stuff went to waste basically.
Oh,
now.
wow. That's crazy.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like when like games, any game throws like a monkey wrench in your stuff.
I did notice the last time I was at Target, they had a create your own adventure. If you remember those novels,
Mhm.
well, they have 2 board games that are create your own adventure. I imagine very similar, but
Mhm.
probably already like planned out and stuff.
I think those were choose your own adventure though.
Yeah.
That's a little
That's
different
like-
because like they map it out and it's like, do you want to go left or right? And if you go right, they give you another thing. You know what I mean? I don't think you're coming up with that on the spot like D&D.
Yeah. That's what I just said.
Oh,
Yes.
then we are in agreement.
I see.
Yeah, similar but already planned out for you.
Yeah.
But
Is that what you said for real?
yeah.
See, that would definitely be fun because you don't have to think about it so much. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd try that.
Did you ever hear something your brain just says, no, that's not what you heard? I
Yeah.
completely not heard that at all.
Yeah. I do that
Oh, God.
sometimes. So you do have to create your own character
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And I get some of the memes now, like chaotic neutral or chaotic evil, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. But I guess I'm a bard.
There you
what?
go.
I'm a bard.
What does that mean?
You're like a music guy.
Oh, okay. That
But
makes
like,
sense.
Aw.
try not to die.
That seems like that'd be the goal in anything we do. I'm trying to do that right now with you sitting beside me with coronavirus.
Yeah, it's coming.
No.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna guess you're gonna pop D&D because if you don't, we might as well close down.
We're about to play today, actually, again
There
tonight.
you go.
But later.
With who?
My friends
Oh, your friends.
that I haven't seen after the quarantine.
Oh, god damn it!
So
I just
All right,
want
so
you
next
to
week
know,
we're skyping the shit out of this.
I was just sent a message that all play dates should be canceled for your kids. So
I
I feel
see.
like I should cancel your play dates.
I see.
I feel like I need to step in and like
Well,
put
we're
an
talking
end to this
about-
craziness.
We're talking about how we could Skype it like Skype D&D, but that'd be
Do that.
difficult.
Well, you have a lot of time on your hands to figure it out.
I guess so.
That sounds like a small business opportunity, like a platform where
Yeah,
you
don't tell-
can.
don't tell her.
Well, that's our idea. We're
No.
taking that idea.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good idea. Good idea.
All right, give me an official popper
Can we
bust.
just bleep this out on Armstrong? This whole couple.
I get to edit it, so yeah.
30
it's
seconds
gone.
here.
It's gone.
There you go.
So yeah,
All
do it. But you need to create a character and learn how to play the game. It's like a whole book.
Yeah, I imagine it would
Alright.
have to be.
But if the dungeon master, definitely try to play with someone who's already played for a long
Yeah,
time.
I would think if I played it, I'd have to play with a vet.
You will save so much time. We didn't do that, so we spent a lot of time we didn't need to.
You guys probably ain't playing it, right?
Yeah, we probably aren't either, but I think we kind of are.
Yeah.
Seems right.
All right, pop or bust the damn thing.
Pop.
Pop.
Corona pop.
All right, I'm gonna do
That's
this.
Regina's joke.
Yeah.
Gina. I don't want to call her Regina. Gina.
Anyway,
It's in the comments.
I'm gonna blow through a couple real quick. They're Mark Moran, who I love. He was in Glow. He's in Weekend at Bernie's. He's that guy. He has a stand-up special on. You did not write the name of the stand-up special down. End of Days Fun, I think, is what it was called.
Yes. That.
Actually,
I don't see it.
it's at the top. End times fun.
End Times Fun.
Yeah.
It's a stand-up special. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. So it's a little longer than your typical hour special or 45-minute special. What'd you think, Chris? You watched it with me.
I hated it.
Did you?
I didn't find it funny at all.
Really? I heard
And-
you laugh.
I laughed at like one thing, I think, the whole time. And I'll be honest, I think the reason that I didn't like it was because of the time we're in right now. I feel like everything is so negative right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I felt like all of his jokes were just kind of like those bullying jokes that if they hit you at the right time, it's funny. But like, I just felt like, I just don't need more negativity in my life. I don't need someone about complaining about like, I don't know, a certain group or a certain. And I felt like it was very one sided. Like, it was like a lot of like just jokes about Christians, which I can take myself, like, I don't take myself too seriously as a believer, but I feel like when you tell those kinds of jokes, it has to be like all or nothing. Like, it has to be like across the spectrum. But when you just focus in on like one group of people, then it's just like bullying. Like, and I feel like that about anything. Like, if you had a whole show that was like directed at making fun of atheists, I'd feel the same way. Like, it's just like over. I don't know. I was over it.
Yeah. He struck you at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust it too, but not for the same reason. I don't mind that stuff. Like, everyone has their own style, and he's very liberal. You can tell by his style.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make him not funny. Like, I don't care. You can make fun of.
Did you find it funny though?
I found
didn't-
certain things funny. Like, the thing I like about Mark is the way he delivers his comedy, but it's not really good for stand up.
Yeah.
Like, I love him in shows. I think he's incredibly funny the way he delivers his
I
comedy.
agree.
And I love him in movies. Like, I think that's where his style of comedy plays best.
Yeah.
I don't like it on stand up. One thing, this thing was way too long.
It was.
He
long.
started losing it. Like, it wasn't bad for the first half hour.
He was losing the crowd too.
Yeah, he was, and then and he started losing just his material. Like, it just started getting kind of stupider and stupider. Because I'll be honest, first 30 minutes I thought it was pretty good. I was enjoying it.
And I laughed a couple of times at the first 30 minutes. And I think I agree with you. It was too long. And there were a lot of times where he's like, well, let's try to change directions. Because he could tell, like, the crowd wasn't into it. And they weren't, like, sticking with him.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I will say, like, I don't think he's not a funny guy. I just don't think an hour or 15-minute stand-up's his.
This particular one, I did not find.
Yeah, he might. It's the only one I ever watched of him.
Yeah.
And I was surprised I didn't enjoy it more. But you guys might like it. You know, comedy's subjective. He came back to his jokes a lot, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't that funny, you know, when he came back to them. Like, I don't think he wrote the ends of those very well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just my opinion. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. This is for our iTunes listeners or wherever you listen to your podcast. We got shut down. The coronavirus became a computer virus or something, and everything just shut down real quick. But we're back, and I think we were talking about Mike Moran.
Yes.
I believe we double busted that.
Double bust.
I felt it was too long, and his type of comedy didn't play well for stand-up. So, moving on real quick before we finish up Pauper Bust, I started watching Death Ride. It's on Netflix. It's a horror anthology. And honestly, like, I was going to wait till I watched a few episodes and then talk about it next week.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like it at all, and I'm not going to suffer through 2 more episodes to see if it gets better. Like,
Yeah.
It starts out, these people are on a bus, just like the first 5 minutes, and you can tell. And every episode is going to be about one of those people and why they're on their bus. And honestly, I'm kind of curious where the bus is going, but I'm not going to watch like 10 episodes to find out. Because the first one was not good. They're too quick. They're very short. They're only like 30 minutes, so it doesn't give you time to build up any of these. It's like a Tales of the Crypt kind of thing it's trying to be.
Okay.
And it wasn't
Okay.
the first one was bad. It's just, I don't know. It could have been better if it was longer. Like, I didn't care because I didn't build up enough love for any of the characters to care what happened.
Yeah.
I had a joke. But I shouldn't. That's what she said. Anyway, that's my 2
So
cents.
it's a bust.
I'm going to go ahead and just bust it. I'm not going to suffer through it. Maybe someone else checked it out, and maybe it gets better. If you did, let me know, and maybe I'll get back on the bus. But,
Yeah. We
Busted.
usually like to give things a 3-episode try,
yeah.
but to be honest, guys, there's so much good content out there. Now with all the streaming services and just YouTube in general, there's a ton of options out there. So my suggestion to you is don't suffer through something. If you don't like it,
My problem is, like it should engage me from the go.
yeah.
It might not get into the meat of the story until episode 3 or 4, but like if I'm not engaged in anything in the first episode, I'm done with these damn things.
That's fair.
I'll try for the podcast to get through 3. Not this show. I'm done with it already, but we'll see. But
Ain't
anyway,
nobody got time for that.
ain't
Ain't
nobody got time
nobody.
for that. All right, let's get into the news. All right, guys, we are back with the Jesus Lord. Why is it so hard for you to
I was
shut
about
up?
to cough, and I held it in, and it didn't work.
You cough on me one more time today.
I couldn't do it.
I had to cough.
All right, I'm better.
This is what I'm rolling with. I'm not
I'm gonna cough now.
resetting this. Don't cough near me. Oh, God.
I
Seriously.
exaggerated to scare you. Like that,
Alrighty.
this is for the live audience. That was a fake cough, and I introduced myself.
I hate you so much.
Ooh, we're back with the news.
You ever watch The Simpsons when Homer strangles his kid and everyone's like, "That's mean." I get it.
I get it. I get it.
I get it.
I'm just,
All right, so Brandon, what's in the news this week? Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
lots of stuff.
Who put this crap in order?
We're good. We got everything we need.
All right.
what's going
so
on
first
here?
off, we're gonna have a hard time on Culture Pop for the next few weeks because everything is getting delayed. Movies, video games haven't got hit yet, but they will be pretty soon. The ones that weren't quite finished are not going to get finished, I'm going to guess. But movies have been delayed. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a list of the ones I feel like are relevant, at least, that are delayed for the year.
Yeah.
All right. Batman actually shut down for 2 weeks too, shooting it, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Minions: The Rise of Gru.
Rise of Gru.
Yeah.
I feel
Is
like.
it delayed?
Yes, indefinitely right now.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
That doesn't mean it's not happening. It just means they haven't released a date yet.
I read, and this could be false, but I heard that Universal was thinking about bringing it out directly to live stream or on demand.
All right, I got a news story about that, so calm down.
Yeah. Depending on how.
It goes.
Black Widow. That's a big one. Gone to be determined, but it is right now delayed.
Oof.
That one hurts.
I was kind of looking forward to that.
Personal history. I was too, actually.
Me too.
Personal history of David Copperfield. Yeah, I don't know. The Climb, military. What? There's not a lot I care about. Mulan has been delayed. New Mutants. That show is just snake bit, right? Or that
Yeah,
movie.
right?
This is like the 4th time it's tried to get off the ground. And
How about Fast and Furious 9, though? They didn't just delay it. They moved it back a whole year.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous, man.
It was supposed to come out this May, and now it's set for April of 2021.
Which is crazy because now I gotta
That's
watch all those
huge.
stupid trailers for it again.
Like, do they seem to think that there's going to be a bunch of other movies that they're going to have to contest against? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know what their thinking was there, but
I don't know why they set a date until they see what happens with this virus. But anyway, A Quiet Place Part 2, again to be determined. Peter Rabbit 2, Slay the Dragon, and the big one, another big one for me anyway, No Time to Die, the James Bond movie, and they got a new date of November 25th of this year, which is a little more reasonable than going all the way to April.
yeah, that seems
I know
really
it's a blockbuster
extreme.
month, so they just really want that April month.
I guess so.
So the real question is, are we still getting Kong versus Godzilla?
No answer yet, because I think that's scheduled to release in November, and hopefully that's a safe time frame for it, because I think the movie's done. It's in post-production, and that feels like something people can do from their house,
Right.
you know, the editing and stuff.
So, like, why have we gotten no trailers? How come every other
I
movie
know,
gets
right?
a trailer
I know.
like a year
Come
late before?
on.
I'm ready to see something. Anything.
I'm getting, yeah, me too.
So let's talk about Universal, because Universal announced that they are going to release Troll World Tour
Oh.
out on
Wait, what?
demand. Now, listen, this
I
is
am-
not news that this movie is
I
coming out.
cannot wait for Troll
But
Wolf.
wait, seriously though, is this going to be a pattern over the next coming months, depending on how long this drags out? Is this something that studios are going to look at an option?
Universal knows that movie sucks. Just like the rest of the Troll movies.
Stop it.
They're like, this should have been direct to video anyway. So just stream it.
Stop.
Would
There's
that,
a ton of merchandising with Trolls.
yeah.
Come on.
would that be cheaper for them just to release it straight to streaming services?
You know, I'm curious to that because
I don't know how it works. Now, like movie theaters pay for a license fee to show it. So, like you would think on the surface, oh, the movies don't make as much money, but I don't think they get the revenue from the gate, right?
I don't know.
So, like if three of us go to the movies, we each pay to see the movie. If we sit at home and watch it, only one of us is going to pay to see it.
Mhm.
Right.
So there's a thing there. I know, but I don't know how this works. So I assume movie theaters buy the rights to show the movie or pay for the rights, pretty hefty, and then they make money off the door. So the movie theaters are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
But does the people that made the movie, the producer, are they getting hurt, or can they just send it straight to video and make you pay them to stream it?
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers there, and I'm
It's
not gonna pretend.
curious. It's curious.
If you stream, like I always felt like movie theaters might go away
Yeah.
someday. As TVs get bigger and surround sound gets better and more affordable, like, is there really a reason to go to the movie? Is it the experience of going to the movie?
Are they like malls? Are they going away next?
Every time I go to the movie, there's like nobody in the damn thing. I know
True.
we live out in the sticks. I get
There
that.
is no one.
But
But-
a lot of people live in the sticks. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my thing. I just think that, it's a whole different way to even look at things. How are they going to report how popular a movie is? They usually do it by attendance, box office numbers.
Well,
Now they're going to have to do it by streaming numbers. Streaming numbers are going to be less because box office numbers, you're talking price per individual, where streaming. So even though it's apples and oranges, I think that it's going to take a little getting used to, because I think it's going to look a lot different in the future.
I think this all changes if these movies make money off the seats. I'm not even sure that the licensing thing I said is correct. I'd have to look it up.
Right.
If they make money off the seats, this will never happen.
Right.
I don't think they save enough money not shipping the movie and put it on whatever to stream it. Because look, three of us, definitely they're going to lose. They're only getting a third of the money if they go that route with us, right? That's going to happen a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they charge like $20, because our tickets usually like
For a movie.
Ah,
$6.
damn it! You just threw a monkey wrench in my theory. Yeah, they could just charge more for it.
yeah,
Streaming.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I am curious. I'd like to see. I don't always want to go to the movie theater. I'd love to be able to just watch it at home.
That'd
Yeah.
be very cool. Well, I think we're all kind of like leaning towards never leaving home anyway.
Right now.
That's just like speeding it up.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys, of all the movies that have been delayed or put on hold, which one are you most disappointed about? I'm definitely Black Widow for me, but
Black Widow.
Black Widow?
Well, I know this kind of affects Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man 3.
Okay. That's
Even- I
fair.
don't even
Why
know if
would
they
it
said that.
Why would it affect Spider-Man 3?
Because they're probably about to start filming here
They're
It'll
supposed to start
probably
filming in
delay
July.
filming.
in July, so
It
they might delay it.
filming.
So if it
Maybe.
affects Spider-Man, that. And the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Probably the Batman movie, because I definitely know. Yeah.
That's definitely getting shut down for 2 weeks.
Netflix announced a new service this week, and it is jumping on the social distancing bandwagon, right? Which it looks like they probably had this in place before the whole social distancing, but Netflix Party was announced this week.
Yeah, that's a Chrome extension. It allows you to watch Netflix content with friends at the same time without having to be in the same room. So what it does is it syncs the streams, has a chat room, and there you go.
That's kind of fun.
That's pretty sweet.
I have a lot of friends that live, across the country that I would totally sit and chill and watch a movie and chat with them,
Totally.
I can't think
online.
of-
So
I can't think of something I would use less.
I don't know. I could see myself doing it.
Can
I
you?
think if you have a
Brandon.
significant other, that would probably be big.
Maybe.
Because if you guys miss each other, want to watch a movie together, but you
Yeah.
got like some sort of long distance relationship going on.
Yeah. Remember when I was traveling a lot for work, Brandon, and we'd play Minecraft? Basically the same thing.
It's way different.
No, it's not.
way different.
It's not. It's the same.
I don't even talk to you during movies. Why would I care if we were I'm like, watch it, and I'll watch it, and then we can talk about it later.
You can just audibly say Bird Box, and that's how she'll know.
Bird Box.
That's
Bird Box.
Quickly.
Lag. Now. All right.
There was a little bit of bird boxing going on when we were watching Freaks the other day.
not much because I bird boxed
little
you in
bit.
anticipation, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
Speaking of Spider-Man 3, Charlie Cox is rumored. Okay, wait. I'm jumping the gun there. Kevin Smith is saying Daredevil, Matt Murdock, might be in Spider-Man 3. Or he didn't say might. He said he will be. And people were assuming they're talking about Charlie Cox. He's the Daredevil from the Marvel series that got canceled on Netflix.
Nice.
Discuss.
I thought it was interesting because so what happened was when they got all get canceled, there's like a clause in their contract where they can't just if Netflix cancels it, or Marvel cancels it through Netflix, Marvel can't take those characters and use them for so long. I think it was 3 years is what it is.
Right.
So that 3 years is up next year,
Right.
right before Spider-Man 3. So this is possible, could happen.
Right.
Could happen.
I know a lot of people want Daredevil. Like when they got canceled, people were very upset. They really like Charlie Cox's Daredevil, and Marvel did say they would be back, and there's more stories to tell with these characters. Is this the time?
Why not?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is getting a lot of buzz. I did not get to watch Daredevil. I have not watched that
It was really
series.
good.
But I have heard that it was amazing.
It was like good for a TV show, but I don't think he's good enough for a movie. Like unless they soup up his suit and stuff and make him a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe not though. But he's a lawyer, so what if he just plays the lawyer in this?
Yeah.
And you don't even see Daredevil.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a small cameo.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like Daredevil in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Just probably Matt Murdock defending him because remember the last Spider-Man, like
Spoiler warning.
yeah. Well, they haven't seen that shit yet.
True.
JJ outs.
Shame on you.
not
Are you a
JJ,
true sea poppy-in? If you
Mysterio.
haven't seen Spider-Man.
Mysterio outs Peter Parker,
Right.
so he's gonna have his day in court. So cool. It'd be
Yep.
cool if it was Matt Murdock. Resident Evil 3 demo is out. I haven't played it yet.
I am going home, and that's what I'm doing. It's on my to-do list tonight.
Interested.
I want to, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how it is. I really like the remake of 2. So
Super excited about Resident Evil 3.
if you like Apex Legends, Kings Canyon will return tomorrow. I don't really care about that. I kind of put that game behind me.
Not super excited about that. Now that Warzone's out,
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying Warzone.
Yeah,
Me
what's
too.
a lot.
Now that you played it, what are you thinking?
Pretty dope.
Right?
You like it?
I do like it.
I'm a beast at freaking Plunder.
I tried playing with my friends. They don't like Plunder, apparently.
Ah,
I
really?
upsetting.
love
I was like,
Plunder.
sad,
That's
yeah.
my favorite mode.
We play
I
that
think.
more when we play the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told them I like it more, I think, and they were like appalled.
They were appalled.
See, maybe you play with
Wow, that's
Yeah,
shocking.
maybe. I think I still like the regular multiplayer more, though. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, we played that last night.
Domination, yeah.
And I tried to convince them to do that, and they were like
Like-
not interested either.
Wow, they just want to play Warzone.
Yeah,
Well,
I like Warzone. I do. I like the gulag and everything. I like that you come back.
I think it's good.
yeah.
But like Plunder is like kind of dumb fun where if you die, it's not the end of the world. Even though I get mad sometimes. Like
I know,
I'm
right?
like 300 grand. I'm like, I need a balloon. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, son of a.
we have a great strategy on Plunder though. We
Yeah.
always come in like first or second
Yeah,
place
we're-
in Plunder.
we're pretty
We're
good
a
at it.
killer in that game.
Dang.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Guess I'll have to play.
Yeah, we do
Man,
pretty
I've
well.
been trying to
with
get
it.
you guys to play.
Oh, I'll keep.
Oh,
I think that's it.
too
Oh,
cool to play with his
PS5.
parents. It's okay.
PS5 and Xbox Series X did release their specs. I'm not going to get into them because, let's be honest,
How many teraflops?
how many? None of us know what the hell we're talking about. It does seem like the Xbox is slightly stronger than the PS5, but to me, I don't. It'll probably be unnoticeable, and it's going to depend on the games. What system I buy.
I agree.
The one thing I didn't like, and they both put this out, is the storage space, the SSD cards. It's the internal
they
storage.
just-
One's 1 terabyte.
Yeah, this is shocking to me.
That's the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
The PlayStation is 825, which is a weird number, but
Wait,
all right.
800 take a wait. What? 825 gigabytes or
yeah,
terabytes?
No,
I'm
gigabytes.
gonna say, holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a weird number, but all right, let's go with that. Dude, that's like 4 games.
We already
And
have.
is that before or after they have the whole GUI operating
Yeah,
all the
once their
stuff that
operating
comes
system.
on it.
Yeah, that's never happened yet, so I'm going to assume that 1,000 terabyte or 1,000 gigabytes is probably like 900 because
man.
the operating system's always taken off those.
Do you think they're relying on streaming? like streaming services by then, or what?
Xbox maybe, but
Maybe.
Sony has no damn plan for that. Not with
Dude.
not their new games. They stream their old.
Yeah,
They like not learned, like for real.
I don't know. That is really disappointing
I'm just-
because there's no excuse for that.
Well, these
There
games
really
are gonna
isn't.
take up more memory. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
There's no excuse for that.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, so if you're buying these systems, just plan on buying another SSD card for them because you have to. Like, I'm going to have to get a 4 terabyte one right off the bat.
But I
think-
guess my issue with that is, they crap out so easily. I mean,
I've only had one crap out, and I think I blew it.
yeah,
I think a 5 terabyte would be a good number
Yeah.
because if you have that, you're not gonna have to worry about it
yeah.
at least for a couple months.
Yeah, I don't know how big these games are going to be. Like, it did say, like, how the PlayStation, one thing it does way than the Xbox is when I update my Xbox and it downloads the update, it's done. Once it installs real quick, it's done.
Right.
The PlayStation reinstalls the whole game with the update.
Ugh.
That's why that copying thing takes
Yeah.
forever.
Oh my gosh.
They did say that's gone on this new system.
Good.
Thank God, because that's my biggest pet peeve with the PlayStation, right?
Wow.
I could download something in like 10 minutes, but it takes another hour for it to copy it. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Switch is also like that, I guess. Like
Yeah.
everything on there is just fast.
It's just terrible. They did reaffirm that the load times are going to be lightning fast. It's going to be in the developers' hands, but they said like
Promises.
Yeah.
Promises. Let's see that.
Seeing the specs, I don't know if you guys saw the specs. Do you have you decided yet?
Well, isn't Microsoft buying up all the developers?
Yep.
That's what really sells
I
it for
know.
me.
It comes to the games, but like
Well, also,
Sony's
like-
going to get the Spider-Man games and things like that.
I was Xbox 360. I've always been kind of an Xbox dude.
Me too.
And then, I don't know, because we used to play PS2 all the time.
Yeah, but
And then we went to Xbox
that's true.
360.
that's true.
And then we went back, PS4. And now we're going to go back to Xbox again?
If it alternates, because I'm leaning towards Xbox right now
Same.
because of for one, the Game Pass is so sweet. Like I love
Yeah.
the Game Pass, and two, it's I don't know. They disappointed me so much last year though, or last generation.
I didn't experience any of that, so I don't really have any.
When it launched, like it was all about the Kinect and all this shit. Like, oh, you could talk to your TV. I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And then it'll listen to you when you're not knowing about it.
Yeah, which they did. Remember, we had a news article about that where
Yep.
they was recording everything, even when it wasn't on. And I was like, what the hell? But like, the Kinect's a big piece, and I bought it twice, and they never just did anything with it.
Yeah.
Like, it just left it go, and I'm like, I keep supporting your crap.
But Sony kind of did that with the VR.
No, there's
They
a ton
didn't-
of stuff for it. It's not. See, that's the thing. It's developers not making games for it. It's not Sony.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
I guess I didn't really bundle it like in the beginning,
Yeah.
like Xbox did.
Yeah.
I didn't really try to like shove it down your throat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had to buy the Kinect when you first bought when the Xbox first came out. Once,
Right.
You had to buy the Kinect, and it was
Mhm.
like a big piece of crap. It did nothing.
It's probably not
Right.
cheap either.
No, it was $100 extra. I think when they finally took it off, I think it was you saved $100 by not getting it.
So I'm curious, C-Pop Universe, if you're joining us live stream, what are you leaning towards as far as the console wars? Are you looking at the Xbox Series X, or are you looking at the PS5? What are you looking at jumping on?
And on that note, let's go ahead and get into a movie R&D of Jojo Rabbit.
Hey, C-Pop Universe, we are back now with a movie R&D on Jojo Rabbit. This is going to contain spoilers, so if you did not see Jojo Rabbit yet and you don't want it to be spoiled, then you want to hop off and go ahead and see the movie. You can watch it on Amazon Prime currently.
Yep. No, just Amazon. You have to buy it.
Amazon. You do have to purchase it. But if you don't mind spoilers, stay with us and we are going to discuss it.
Jojo Rabbit is a 2019 American comedy drama film written and directed by Taika Waititi, based on Christine I don't know how to say that name. Is it Luen's book, Cajun Strikes? That's a weird name. Luen's. Jojo is a lonely German boy who discovers that his single mother is hiding a Jewish girl in their attic. Aided by his imaginary friend, Adolf Hitler, Jojo must confront his blind nationalism as World War II continues to rage on. Dun,
Yes.
dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
See, that's not really spoilers because
There's only one thing I think you can spoil in this movie, really.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
kind of big, I guess.
It is big. It was the most shocking moment of the whole movie for me. But let's start at the beginning. So when I saw previews for this, How uncomfortable was that? Seeing these previews in the movie theater, you're like, should I laugh? Is this funny? I don't know.
See, I trust Taika Waititi has been coming out with some bangers lately.
Yeah?
I didn't really know about him until Thor 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I've liked everything that he does. He's done an episode of The Mandalorian.
Which was really good.
Yes, it was awesome. So I just kind of trusted that he was not gonna like take this to like a bad direction. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's not gonna just make bad jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think he would handle it with grace. And I think he did.
Yeah. Okay, I don't like this movie as much as you guys probably do. I'm in the middle. I don't hate it. I don't think it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't think it's a great movie. I thought the problem with me was they present it like it's going to be more of a comedy. There's going to be more humor in this movie, more maybe subtle humor, but humor. Because the trailer's really like a little bit over the top. They're like letting you know this is going to be over the top. But that was all the funny stuff in the movie. Like anything else, they put all the funny stuff in the trailer. Like most of the jokes and the attempted humor for me didn't land during the movie. Did you guys like it?
I honestly thought this movie was brilliant.
Did you really? You're allowed to. We're allowed to have I'm glad when we have different opinions.
But I definitely wouldn't call it a comedy. I think it's like a satire. It's
Yeah.
not like straight comedy. Like, it's a story.
It's definitely satire.
It is after seeing, I believe, satire, yeah.
I think that, but I think, Brandon, you hit it on the head. I think that I didn't go in expecting satire. I think I went in expecting, because the trailer does set you up for an over the top, like, okay, but I think they did that for a purpose. I think they did that to make you feel comfortable to watch it, because I feel like if they would have done a trailer true to the movie, I don't know if I think people would have been too scared to watch it.
Why?
Because I think they would have been like, is this just making fun of the whole situation? Like, what is this? I just think people would have been uncomfortable.
See, that's what I kind of
Going
got from
into
the
it.
trailer. I felt like they're just making a comedy out of this horrible situation.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was going to be about.
Well, whenever you think of Taika Waititi, I think of like comedy.
Yeah, I got
So maybe they're just trying to like make money off of that.
Yeah.
That you think of comedy when you think of him.
I don't know. I really thought that this movie didn't know what it was. I felt like it was riding the fence too much. Like, the humor was only halfway there. The seriousness was only halfway there. Like, I feel like it just never really found itself for me. So that was kind of where I was.
I have a theory about that, but what did you like about it? Tell you thought it was you said a masterpiece? Or brilliant?
I just thought it was brilliant, I guess.
right. Why did you think it was brilliant?
I didn't really come into this with any preconceived notions, like views on this, I guess. Like, I knew it was supposed to be like kind of comedic or whatever. But I just tried to like take it at what it is, I guess. And it just seems like a story in this kid's life that just has some like fantastical elements every so often.
I could see
So
that.
I take it more like seriously, I guess.
I was trying to think why this movie didn't connect with me like last night, and I was like, because I thought Scarlett Johansson did a great job. I thought she came out of her character, like out of her normal, what she does, and played something totally different. And really, I thought she nailed it. Like, I thought her German accent and everything was good. I liked her character.
I actually thought the acting overall for this movie was really
Well,
good.
That's what I want to get to. The guy that led the Hitler Youth, I thought was funny, and I thought he was a great job. The Jewish girl that they find in the attic, I thought she did a great job playing her part. But I think the boy couldn't carry the film, and I think I don't think he did a bad job.
Damn.
But
I thought he did great.
Did you?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're
I
allowed
thought he
to.
did awesome.
I guess for me, like, because I thought he had too much to overcome being a young actor. Because I agree with you, it's this comedy, and then these serious moments are supposed to tug at your heartstrings happen, and I'm like, I don't know if he can carry the weight of trying to balance those two.
Because the whole movie is told from the little boy's perspective.
Yeah.
The whole movie. It's everything that he's seeing.
He's in every scene, right?
He's in every scene.
Yeah, I can't think of any of these. No. Is there one where his mom yells at the guy? Is he in that scene somewhere in the background? He yells at she yells at the Hitler Youth.
Well, I
At the
think
pool?
he was with her, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, that's what I'm
yeah.
asking. Was he in the background? 'Cause that's the
Yeah,
one
he's there.
Okay, then yeah, he's in every scene,
Yeah.
which is obvious when we see that. Well, we'll get into a little bit, but what happens to somebody's character,
Yeah.
and we don't get to see it. It just happens. You're like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I feel like this is just a kid's journey, like changing like his mindset and opening it up to like a new
No, I
way
did-
of thinking.
I did like that. I did
Yeah.
like where he was, this is what he was taught, and then when he meets the Jewish girl, he's like, that's not, you could see him slowly like understanding that that's not what I was taught about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did like that, and I liked the little tubby kid.
Oh, I loved his friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he-
he
that's
was
great.
one of my favorite characters.
He was my favorite character in
Yeah.
the movie. I loved him.
I will say that I think that that's one thing the movie does do a good job, and this is why I don't hate it. I didn't think it was the masterpiece that I wanted it to be in my mind, but one thing I do think, if you go in, understand that at this time period there were kids that were there, and how did they deal with everything that they were seeing around them, and it does give you kind of an inside look at how this little kid kind of transforms throughout based on his experiences. And it is, again, a satire way of looking at it, but I think it makes you more aware there was a lot going on at this time period, and these kids had to make sense of it, kind of. And this is how this one particular fictional boy, did that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it definitely like sort of tried to like explain how people could think this way,
Yeah.
even though it is definitely wacky. And
Yeah,
stuff, you know what I mean?
exactly. It gave an explanation for how we can be brainwashed and molded
I think,
to believe
yeah.
certain things.
Yeah, I think it shows you like you're kind of a product of your upbringing. Like like we live in PA and grow up with whatever beliefs that are in the area, right? And like that's kind of what we are. If we grew up in India, we'd probably have way different outlook on life, right?
Exactly.
Also, I think it shows you that, but it also shows that you can change
Yeah, I agree.
those ideas
Yeah.
and those stereotypes and prejudices that might be put into you as a young child. At some point you've got to make your own decisions based on the information that is around you. So I do think there's a lot to learn from this film.
In my opinion, I feel like this was like the perfect time to release this movie
Yeah.
because I feel like we are very divided right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah.
And like this is almost like a manual. It's like showing you how obviously this is like a very extreme example of different opinions and everything.
Yeah.
But it is showing you how you could come together and just talk to each other and see
Yeah.
what the other viewpoints are like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Build up like this caricature of the other side or whatever.
Yeah. So Jojo, the main character, the little boy in the story, he is a Hitler Youth, and he goes to Hitler Youth camp and all of these things. But early on in the movie, he does find out that his mother is hiding a Jewish girl in the attic. Can I say one thing that I loved about this movie is that they made this girl oh my gosh, she's like a badass, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say
Like-
the other B word.
That's
I'm
what I
like,
thought.
no.
I'm
I was like, no,
I'm
what
like,
are you
wait
talking
a
about?
No.
I was gonna be attacked. I'm like, that poor girl. You know what she's been through?
No, I love that they made her a strong character.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't make her this,
Frightened little Jewish person.
little
yeah.
Jewish girl that hides in the closet and like is scared of her own shadow. No, she is strong and powerful, and and I love that. I love that they didn't like mess that up.
It like knew what you were expecting
Yeah.
and went a different direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Before you get too far, like the one joke, because we already bypassed it, I thought was really funny was when he runs, grabs the grenade, and throws it, or the potato mat, whatever you call them things, and it bounces off a tree. Not that it blew him up. I didn't think that was funny. The guy's reaction was so funny. He was like, "Don't do that." I laughed so hard at that for some reason because it's just the way he was so calm about it. But I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
So there are some funny scenes in this movie.
Oh, there's a couple at the end when in the beginning of the movie, like he's talking about this outfit he's gonna wear someday, and it's branded and blah blah blah. Nobody can wear that outfit but him. And then at the end, the big war's going down. He comes running up with that outfit on,
That was oh my gosh!
and he looks at the kid. He's like, shakes that.
That was perfect, dude. I was expecting him to get mowed down right
I
there.
did too. I thought he's dead.
But no.
Here's something I thought was a Chekhov's gun kind of thing that they never, and maybe you guys didn't even see it. The first time you really see him with that other dude, they kind of stare in each other's eyes really long, and then I think Scarlett Johansson interrupts him, and it's like, okay, there was a moment there, right? Where I'm like, are they homosexuals? Did you get that?
Wait, who? The two
Yes.
guys?
The two guys, the Hitler Youth leader, and then like the guy that's
His
always
helper.
helper.
Yes.
Because he was like, they were close, and which is, I was like, wow, okay, so that's probably not good if you're a Nazi.
Yeah.
Probably not.
And I was like super curious about that storyline
Yeah.
and see where it would go, and they never brought it up again.
Well, and I think that it wasn't something they wanted to focus on, but I think the point was that, there were all of these groups within the Germans themselves that were
Nazis.
looked at
Within the Nazis.
within the Nazis
Yeah.
themselves. Yeah, sorry. That were looked on and, discriminated against, and you had to hide all of those things. Like
Yeah, I guess.
the Jews were not the only ones that were in hiding.
Mm-hmm.
There
No.
were a lot of groups that, were
Nazis hate everyone. They weren't white except maybe Japanese people for some
that were
reason.
in hiding. That joke.
That joke was funny.
joke was
They don't
funny.
look very Aryan.
That was a great joke too. Yeah.
I love that joke.
Until I heard that joke though, I never just put that I never thought why do Nazis like Japanese people? That would be something they absolutely would hate, right?
We're getting desperate.
We're getting desperate. So what we're talking about is when the JoJo's little friend comes to him and he's like, yeah, they're all coming. The Allies are coming. And he's talking about, and he's like, yeah, the only friend we have is the Japanese, and they're not very Aryan. We're like, I literally almost fell off the couch when he said that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was so funny.
But
There are some really funny moments.
No, there are.
But it's not as many as I went in expecting. And I think the reason I don't like this movie is probably more
You
on
don't like
me. Well, no, the reasons I don't like the movie as much as I wanted to.
Okay, there we go.
I think are more on me
That's
than
such a
on the
word.
movie, if that makes sense. I feel like I went in with certain expectations that weren't met, and maybe they were unrealistic. Now that I'm talking through it, I might want to watch this movie again.
Yeah,
I
go for
definitely
it.
Um,
am.
I definitely might want to.
Well, let's talk about the probably the only spoiler we could really talk about is
This is a big spoiler, so if you think that you want to watch this movie right now, which I highly suggest you watch it,
Definitely.
you do not want to know this spoiler. All right, go.
so he's walking, and earlier they kind of foreshadowed that hey, they hang people in the streets at this place,
Mm-hmm.
and then later we come by, he's walking by, and his mom's shoes are hanging by his head, and that's Scarlett Johansson's character, and I was like, oh, because we're not seeing anything from we're just seeing everything from his perspective. We never know what's going on with her and why we kind of give an idea why she's dead, but it just happens. You don't see it. There's no brace for impact. It just boom. Oh yeah, she's dead.
And talking about seeing everything from his perspective, the fact that they only showed the shoes
Yeah.
because that's his eye level, I was so powerful to me.
Really?
I almost stopped breathing. I was like,
Yeah.
it was a really powerful moment to me.
I think they really did a really great job of planting seeds for future payoffs in this movie because they did emphasize shoes a lot earlier.
Yeah, they did.
Like how to tie shoes,
Mhm.
and then they even showed her shoes. So
And her dancing focused a lot on her shoes, the way she moved her feet. Yeah, I agree. They definitely set that moment up.
and I
they
think it
set it up.
really paid off.
Yeah.
Like that. This movie got me going a little bit. I was pretty sad
Was you?
for a little bit there.
See, I was
yeah.
shocked, but I wasn't sad
Yeah.
because the movie was making me chuckle a lot, but I never felt like the movie was serious enough to make me sad, I guess. And that's why I said earlier, I felt like the kid had a lot on his shoulders to make me, for his reaction to take me out of that. This is kind of a fun movie down to, oh, this is sad. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But that's just me. Everyone's different. I've heard that. Look, I'm in a minority when I say that because most people love this movie. It got super high ratings on everything. You know.
I just think this movie was really good at describing the mental state and the journey someone would go through when everything that they believed in they found out is wrong.
Yeah, I like his arguments with his Adolf Hitler, his imaginary friend. You could tell where he was split early on. Adolf would be like, "You're not going to be friends with this girl, are you?" And things like that. You could see him fighting himself, and I did like that a lot. I don't know if I liked. I don't know if I like Waititi as Adolf though. I don't know.
I thought it was good because that was just his interpretation of Hitler.
Oh no, I don't think he was. I think that's definitely
Well, I'm saying the little boy's interpretation
yeah.
of Hitler.
I think that's fine. I guess. I don't know. If this was a more serious movie, I think I'd have got into it more. I think because it was so jokey with Hitler that there was a good message there, and like you said, the kid's fighting himself mentally, and I'm just looking for jokes. But then maybe like you said, that's my problem.
Yeah, I thought since there weren't so many jokes, he actually did focus more on the moralities,
Yeah.
like the moral.
I think I went into this movie with the wrong mindset.
Can I tell you what casting totally? This is if I feel like if they wouldn't have cast this particular person in this movie, I would have gone in with a different mindset, and I would have been happy with my expectations. Is Rebel Wilson? I can't take her. When I see Rebel Wilson in a movie, she was the girl that worked in the Hitler Youth. She was the heavier girl with the blonde hair.
At the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That girl, she is in dumb, crazy
Yes.
movies that I would never even consider watching.
Yeah.
She's
So
Saturday Night
when,
Live crap.
like, yeah, like that was a bad casting for me personally. I just feel like
No, I agree.
they needed,
So it's like
someone
one of those
else there.
characters that you just see the person, like the actor, not the actual character.
Absolutely.
She is so defined by
Absolutely.
the type of work she does. Like I already think it's going to be a comedy, and then she's in there. I'm like, okay, it's going to be definitely a comedy. They just hired that girl, you know.
But a certain type of comedy, though.
Yeah.
Like, she's a certain type of comedy. So I think that's what I went into Jojo Rabbit thinking, okay, that's the kind of comedy this is.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, it was during her scenes. It was that kind of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And then those scenes took me out of it. Like, I felt like they were a little too over the top.
I feel like they did not really shine a spotlight on her that much.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful
Thank
for
you.
that. And she,
Thank
spoiler
you.
alert, got blown up at the end, so that's cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was kind of funny to me. Here, hold this grenade. Go give that American a hug. Here, put this coat on so they definitely
That
won't
wasn't
shoot
funny
you.
for it.
Those were kind of funny, but I don't know. I think that was probably my biggest like critique of this movie.
That's
was
good.
her
I didn't
casting.
think of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow, it sounds like changing your preconceived notions about your thoughts on this.
Well, no, and when I came in, I didn't hate
open-minded.
the movie. I was kind of in the middle, but I do think I want to watch it again.
Go for it. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I thought there was a lot of random scenes in this movie that like spoke more than words could.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever they were having a good time, the boy and the mom in
Yeah.
the house having a dinner, she's drunk and all that, having a good time.
Oh yeah.
And then the little girl stuck in the little crawl space in the wall, just the look on her face, I think,
Mm-hmm.
really demonstrated like what they went through.
Yeah.
And then when they're looking at the war going on, just them two in the window, and then he
Mhm.
just kind of like
Puts
his head on her shoulder. I feel like,
Yeah.
oh wow, I'm glad there's no words happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can see that.
I did love at the end that when the war's over and they kind of solidify their relationship, but they make it very clear the type of relationship that they're going to have moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like, they have a conversation and they're like, you do love me. And he's like a brother loves,
Yeah.
And they clarified that because I didn't want, during the movie, they show him like get butterflies because,
Yeah.
he's attracted to her. I was like, please clarify that because she's clearly older than him. And
Well-
I don't want this moving forward. Like,
That's kind of normal for little kids. Like when That's
Exactly.
their first feeling when they can't decipher between friendly love and love. You know?
right, exactly. But I'm glad that they did not make that, like,
Kind of her fault
Yeah.
they
though.
cleared it
I
out.
don't remember. You want me to kiss you now? I'm like, shut up. You're way too old for that.
Yeah, they really show how tall she is compared to him.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie too.
Yeah.
Whenever that's happening.
But
Yeah.
didn't you feel like they were just going to go forward and be like a little happy, like family?
Friends.
Like,
I thought they were like brother
as they-
sister.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I felt like he wasn't going to be alone in the world at the end of that movie. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like.
Well, the movie the ending was happy. They were dancing together. She said, when this is over, I'm going to dance. And they start dancing to the Guardian of the Galaxy song in German. Like,
I thought that was awesome.
Yes.
But yeah.
All right. Are we ready to rate this?
yeah.
Let's rate it.
All right. How we doing culture problems? We rated on
I'm
what?
trying to think of like what our theme could be.
Potato mashers. That's those grenades.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Figure it out in 3 seconds.
Man, I was gonna. Nah, never mind.
How we doing on a culture problem scale of 1 to 5? 3 is average. 5 is being the best score we could give. 1 to 5. What, Andrew?
I don't know. It's not good.
Handlebar mustaches.
I was gonna say nah. Well, they
Hitler
they
stashes.
I was gonna say they say
Stashes.
Heil Hitler so many freaking times
Oh
in
my
this movie.
God.
I was gonna say 5 Heil Hitler.
Oh,
I don't think I could do that one.
So
Yeah,
bad.
it's not a good one. It's not good.
all right.
okay,
Well,
Not that. 5.
how about grenades?
No, potato mashers. We're going that route. Because that's what those are, the stick ones. I'm
There
pretty
you
sure.
go.
All
All right.
1 to 5 potato mashers. I'm going to go first. I'm still going to give this a 3.25. It's slightly above average for me. I think I do need to see it again. But I don't know. I just didn't hit the spots I thought it was going to hit. And I think it might be a problem with me and my preconceived notions from their trailer. Now,
Yes.
They present this to me as a comedy.
I agree.
This is going to make fun of all this stuff.
I agree.
So make fun of Nazis and blah, blah, blah. And they do in a way, but it's not really, I don't know. It's not a super comedy. It's definitely satire, but it does have great messages. I don't know. I'm going to stay with 3.25 right now just because I need to see it again. I just you did sway me because I was going 3 average movie for me. I bumped it up a little bit, and I probably would bump it up some more after I see it again. But right now, 3.25.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. For Jojo Rabbit, I'm going to go next because, Andrew, I think I'm going to save you for last. So I have to agree with Brandon. I came in with a little bit lower, but now that we've talked through it, I do want to watch it again. And I do think that it was my own preconceived notions that maybe gave this a lower score coming in. So I'm actually going to give it a 3.75.
Oh, wow. You jumped way up.
3.75.
All right.
Cool. I just thought this movie it was like really well shot. Like the scene, it's great. I feel like I could keep talking about this movie forever. And the scene where they were coming in, like, I forget what they're called. The squad that looks for like the hiding Jews in the house.
I
I thought that was a great scene.
That was a great scene.
Yeah.
They were actually very intimidating, I thought.
They look like the bad guys on Indiana Jones.
They kind of were, I guess. They were the actual Nazis, weren't they?
Yeah. That must be what they wore.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I think I'm going to give this a 5.
What? Seriously?
I love this movie.
Do you
I
really?
seriously love this
A
movie.
5?
All
I think
right.
so.
You're loud, bud.
There you
I
go.
love this movie, dude.
Wow.
I want more people to watch it. I almost think like this would be a good movie to show kids,
I don't
even
know.
though it's super like Nazi. But they're gonna learn
It's
about
super Nazi.
But it does have the lesson where, I can see that.
not like super young, but like I don't know, probably about 10 and a half.
It might be a good way to introduce
That's how
kids
old
to
he
like
is in the movie.
I don't know. Hell if I know. Wow, my 3.2 must have hurt you inside.
It did. Every time you guys were like saying stuff about it, it hurt. But I was
He wiped his tears away. It's fine.
This movie it got a 4.8 out of 5 on I think it was that Metacritic or something.
Where are we at on CPOP?
4 out of 5.
A 4 out of 5. That's
Yeah.
a good.
I think it's a fair score. And honestly, I probably would bump it up a little bit after if I seen it again. But I'm going off one viewing, and Andrew did talk me up on it. So
Yeah.
cool.
I do recommend that if you haven't seen Jojo Rabbit yet, you go out, go ahead and watch it.
Also, I think you should definitely like give a warning to your kids about this anyway. If you're gonna show it to them.
Now that Andrew's convinced you to
I
show it to
gotta,
your
you
kids,
know.
yeah, he's
Gotta
backpedaling.
defend myself a little bit. But I don't think you should like hide kids from this stuff.
no,
Yeah.
I agree.
Like it did happen. So
All right, so
That's it
guys,
for-
we made it through our first
Quarantine.
coronavirus podcast.
Might be our last because if you don't start listening, I can't come in here with him.
I was actually gonna take that other mic. So if we do some crazy wireless crap, we can all have the same mic still.
Okay.
There you go.
So maybe.
We're figuring it out as we go, guys. But
Hang with us. We're gonna record some. What the hell was that?
Our printer's making noises.
Just randomly. We're going to record some pod preps that we'll be seeing in a couple days and things like that. With movies being delayed and things, we're going to change up the formula. We may do some vintage stuff. I don't know. We'll talk about it. But we're not going away. We'll be here every week for you
Yeah.
Yep.
during the quarantine. So we'll see you guys. Be safe. Clean. Seriously, I'm joking around a lot today. But be safe. Wash your hands. Be reasonable. Don't make stupid decisions by playing games and stuff.
inviting people over to your house.
It's only a couple weeks. It might turn into a month, but geez, stay at home. Work out, do something. Hey, here's your time to grab a hobby. So, all right, I'm done preaching. We'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.